I totally almost started this video without turning on my mic. I was about to be on some Mr. Mime shit for real for real. Readers, I know that the base for today's lesson is fucking stupid. Trust me, I know. Like a good lot of you, I too looked at the news story when it was released, like it was a grown man who figured out for the first time that one of the main things that they need to do to live is to fucking breathe. What am I talking about, you might say? Some of you internet deficient ass fucks might say? I'm talking about the breaking news made last week during a Facebook live stream when Vin Diesel, the voice of Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy, basically confirmed what we all knew for months.
Now, the Guardians will be included in Avengers Infinity Wars, and that's incredibly exciting. Incredibly exciting.
Yes, Vin Diesel, yes. We know. We've known ever since Marvel announced the movie. Did you? That's initially how I reacted. And I figured that's initially how everyone reacted when he said it. I had to ask myself whether or not Vin Diesel was okay. Whether or not he was still recuperating from when The Rock roasted his ass on the set of The Fast and the Furious 8. Because this should be something everybody knew was going to happen once the titles for the Phase 3 of the MCU were revealed. But apparently I was fucking wrong. Because every blog site and they mama jumped on this story as if Bill O'Reilly finally admitted that there is such thing as white privilege. Even Screen Rant ran a segment on this news story. Despite an article that they posted April of this year, back when Infinity War was 2 movies, that one of the characters the Russo brothers were excited to work with in the epic was Chris Pratt's Star-Lord. Because back then the Russo brothers confirmed that Star-Lord and Thor would be in the Infinity War. And that's it. Not Groot, not Rocket Raccoon, not Gamora, just Star-Lord. And when I realized that, it made me take in Vin Diesel's live stream a bit different. Because when they announced Star-Lord for Infinity War, I just figured that meant all the members of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But no, it just meant Star-Lord. The rest of the cast wasn't confirmed until Vin Diesel's live stream. It humbled me in a way, because it reminded me of the dangers of an assumption. And the definition of an assumption is a thing that is accepted as true or as certain to happen without proof. Readers, the reason why this is the subject of today's lesson is because assuming can be dangerous if you don't put yourself in check. In my case regarding the Vin Diesel situation, it was harmless. I thought that the confirmation of Star-Lord was a confirmation of all the Guardians, thus believing Vin Diesel's announcement as a case of redundancy. But there have been plenty of times someone thought things were one way when they couldn't be farther from the truth. And in the past, it's gotten people in trouble, hurt, even killed. Now that doesn't mean don't ask questions when things look suspect to you. After all, that's how us consumers got answers regarding the Gon K. Lee situation in Spider-Man Homecoming. We heard some bullshit was happening, we collectively asked for an answer, and we got one. One of the things that I try to do, regardless if it's in my life or something that I'm covering on this channel, is to never assume anything. I gather my facts, get them as straight as possible, and see if anything naturally connects. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I acknowledge my result and I move on. But like this news story reminded me, it's not something that you can just easily turn off. Depending on who you are, you need to put in a significant amount of work in order for you to successfully flick the switch. Because sometimes you think you flicked the switch a long time ago. And then you got that hot ass electric bill and you immediately hate yourself. Yes, I just recently paid a high-ass electric bill, but that's neither here nor there. You know the point I was trying to fucking make. Anyway, readers, your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comments section below if you ever had a hard time dealing with assumptions before. And you don't have to share in complete detail if you don't feel comfortable doing so. I know what kind of trouble assumptions can get people into. And you should also subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications for when I post new videos. Because if one thing isn't an assumption here, it's that YouTube's algorithm is on some bullshit. For real, for real. Anyway, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.